Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Bella Crafts Live. Ann and I are here. And again, we're a little late. Sorry about that, guys.
And it says that it didn't go live on Facebook.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's been doing that.
Yeah. So
And I don't know why. Hi, Christine. I do not know why.
I'm just going to try and press go live again, and hopefully it doesn't stop this stream.
Okay. All right. Christine, hang on. We're trying to get things.
Yeah, it won't go live on Facebook. I will go in after. I'll go in. You just talk and see if I can share it.
Yeah, I do not know why. I was in there yesterday. I spent over an hour just trying. It's not giving me the option of.
I'm gonna close out my microphone for a minute. So
Okay.
if I open it.
All right. So, hey, hi, Becca. Yes. Anne is in the background. I was telling her yesterday that when I was scheduling today's live, it was giving me a hard time. Facebook was giving me a hard time about posting it in there. Okay, see? So, yep, Becca, I'm telling you, you love it or you don't. I don't know, but it just for whatever reason, the last I think 3 or 4 lives, it wouldn't show on Facebook. So I don't know what's going on. I may have to do a deep dive into that today. Anne's in the background right now trying to figure out if she can share it on Facebook or not. So in the meantime, while she's doing that, I have a really quick and easy project to go along with the cell phone case from last week. And nothing wrong with YouTube. Well, you know what? We want to start moving stuff more, Becca, to YouTube. Just because Facebook has just been unreliable. And when we're doing this, we need to make sure that people can see what we're doing. I mean, for crying out loud.
Yeah. So I went over to Facebook to make it, to share this link. Hopefully that works. It gave me that thinking mode.
Yep.
And sometimes when you share on Facebook, an outside source, they don't like it because they want you to stay on Facebook. But if they're not going to share our videos, that's what we got to do.
I think
Becca, I'm glad you found us, and Tink, you're always over here. So
yeah, I mean, it frustrates me because I told you it's been like the last 2 or 3 weeks, but at least
it's not StreamYard, the platform we use. It is Facebook.
Yeah,
they're going through so many changes, and
it's it's just annoying as all get out. But
but we're glad you all found us.
I know, but we're still here and we're not going anywhere. So there you go, Facebook. Get it together, people. You would think with all the money that they make. Never mind. Don't get me started.
Don't go there.
Nope. Okay, so last week we did the cute little, there we go, cell phone case. Okay. And this week we're doing a little wristlet that you can attach it to your phone, and then you can do this, or like Ann said, yank it out of your purse or your backpack, whatever you're carrying. I carry a backpack. So
thank you, Isabel. I'm sorry. Facebook is doing something weird. I just put the link for here on there, so
I don't know.
Everyone finds us.
We don't know what's going on with Facebook. I don't know. But anyways, so this is what we're going to do, and it is so simple and just, cute and colorful. And if you want to know, I'll show you when I put it down how you can attach it to your phone, because you got to have that to, you know, do the whole thing. So this is because that's the whole purpose of it, right? Right. So this is what we are creating today. And I love these little tiny charms on here. I'm going to show you guys, but I found these in Hobby Lobby, and they are just so
Oh, those are so cute.
cute. I know, right? Little charm. I went into Hobby Lobby. I came home and I told Rich, I spent $130 in Hobby Lobby. And he's like, yeah, okay. But they had, I don't know what's going on with my Michaels, because I'm going in there and it's just not, I said it, I think a couple weeks ago or last week, I made a comment about it. So, I went into Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is obviously a little bit more expensive, but the resin stuff that they have, oh, 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 oh. So
They are.
I'm going to be doing some resin projects coming up because I really love resin.
It's about time you love it.
I know, right? You have been on me for years, years. When she was doing ETI, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you were doing the design team for ETI.
I think 5 years I did it.
Yeah, and was like, okay, I'm sending you this product. This is what you need to do. And I would FaceTime her and go, this is not working for me. I don't like it. It's got bubbles.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah, exactly. But this stuff is like no brainer, right? I mean, it's so easy. I did not use resin on this, but I will be using some soon because I just love it so much. So I am going to flop cameras, and hopefully I got a new camera. So hopefully
another one. We just keep checking and trying and doing.
Trying to make it the best for you guys. We really want to make it best for you. So I did buy a new camera, and hopefully we'll see. Okay, so here's the back of the cell phone case that we did last week. Okay, and then down here, you'll see this little thingy down here. What I'm going to do is I am going to bring that up some. There we go. So, okay, I think that's better. It's not so far away, right, guys? Okay, so this little tab right here, this is what you take for your ring that you have here. And then you pull that apart, and then you just snap it right on there. And there you go. See? So cute.
So easy.
And so definitely easy. So definitely easy. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side for now because we're going to get started, and I'm going to show you how I made this adorable wristlet. Okay, so what you're going to need to start with is I used some plastic tubing. Now, as you can see with it's nice and colorful, and you could just leave it like that and then decorate it. However, the reason why I did this is because when I wanted to put this trim on that I have here, because the tubing is plastic, the glue wouldn't hold it, right? So what I did was I wrapped it with this ribbon first, and then you're going to start decorating it from there. So let me turn my glue gun on because I forgot to do that when we were talking. There we go. So what this is just tubing, like tubing as in you go into a pet store and you get the tubing the real thin tubing for aquariums and things like that. I used to have a 60-gallon aquarium, so I have a lot of this tubing stuff. So I've done bracelets with it. And well, this is kind of the same thing, only it's just for your phone. So what you want to do is you want to wrap it again because it's plastic. You want to wrap it so your trim, because I use this trim from Gwen Studios, it's got this backing on it that's plastic. So in order, as I said, to stick, this needed to have something to grab. This needed to have something to grab onto. Okay, so that's how we're going to start. But I'm going to set that aside for just a minute while my heat gun or my glue gun heats up. And I'm going to show you. Okay, so what you're going to do is take a piece of window plastic. Now, there's different kinds of window plastic out there. I use the heavier one. This is actually from Tim Holtz. Ranger does this. I think it's Ranger. Yes, Ranger. Okay. So this is what I used because it's a little bit heavier than regular window plastic. And if you're going to use it for something like this, where you're going to be moving it around and all of that, you don't want it to tear or anything. So that's what you're going to do. So you're going to take the template. And when I do my blog post, I'll put the template in there for you guys. So what you're going to do is take it, lay it down on top of your window plastic here, and then you can do it. For me, it was easier. Instead of using like a pencil or something, I just used one of my styluses and I just went around the template. Okay. Just so I could kind of scratch it into the plastic, because you're not going to see this. You're definitely not going to see it. So you don't have to worry about, how it's going to look. Okay, so I know that's like really hard to see. Nope, that's not any better, but I think you get the gist, right? So from here, you're just going to cut it out. And then you will have like this. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a hole punch. Got my hole punch here. And this is a bigger hole punch. Okay. A lot of times I use 1/4 of an inch. This is like a regular size hole punch. So we're just going to take this and plop that hole in there. There we go. Right on the edge there. Okay. You can see that. There we go. Right on the edge. And the reason why I used this hole punch instead of my crocodile, because this one is a little bit bigger. So it fits my eyelet much, much better. So then we're going to take a silver eyelet, just like that. And then we're going to put it in here. Yeah, see what I'm doing? And we're going to smoosh it in there. There we go. It's hard to see with the clear plastic. Ah. All right. Oops. All right, come on. All right, this is going to be a little bit of a brat. So I will take some scissors and just put a little slit in there. And then that should allow me to plop it in. You see the little tricks that you do when you're crafting? You got to make it work somehow. There. Okay. So now we got it in there finally. And then this is what you're going to put in your cell phone case. Okay. So we're just going to take this and I'm going to smoosh it. Let me make sure it's on there good. Yep. And smoosh it. You like how I say smoosh, right, guys? Okay, so now you have your piece that you can put your wristlet on with. All right. So now, hopefully, oh, my glue gun died. All right. We will put in the other one. But now I got to let that one heat up. Okay. I just tested that glue gun last night. All right. So we've got our plastic piece, right? So until I can get my glue gun on hot enough to where I can hear this, I'm going to switch it up and do the fibers first. Okay, so what I did, you're just going to cut some fibers or ribbons, however you want to do it. And I don't know, these are about 10 inches. This one here is a little bit longer, but you're going to cut a few different ones. Okay, and then for this one, what we're going to do now is take those adorable little, these little things, and we are going to add them to our ribbon. So for this one, I put the sunflower. You can use any, flower. My other one is pink. Charms. That's what I'm trying to say. Charms. There you go. This one is bigger than the floral and the butterfly. So I put this one at the very bottom of my ribbon. Okay. So I'm only going to do one side of the ribbon because you really don't need all of those hanging down off of your charm. I mean, your phone. Okay. So I just put 4 on there and I thought, you know what? Let's just stop at 4. So what I'm going to do is take them just like this and then tie them on to the end of my ribbon here. Okay, so let's do this pink one next. See, even without my nails, I still use my hemostats. This comes from my nursing days, guys, when I actually use them for not crafting. I used them for other stuff. So you're just going to slide each of these on, slide them down. And as I said, I made this one a little bit longer because I'm probably going to trim it, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough that I wasn't going to be upset because I didn't cut enough. So again, we're just going to take this and wrap it around there. And they're about, I don't know. I want to say maybe an inch and a half apart. I'm thinking, yeah, about an inch. Okay, and then we're just going to do this with the last 2. And we'll plop those on there. There. That is so cute. And I absolutely love this ribbon. It's so pretty. I've had it forever because you guys know I was like nutso crazy for fibers. I just love fibers. and ribbons and all that stuff. I think I must get that from my mama because my mom had tons of ribbon. I still have a 9 drawer plastic, the rolly carts full of ribbons and trims from my mom. All right, so then we're going to take this last one and plop this on there. Now, I did not double knot these, but you are going to want to double knot them just to make sure that they stay in place. But they have these nice little jump rings on here already. Just trying to get my finger in there. So you don't even have to worry about jump rings because they're already on the charms themselves. Okay, so we're going to take that last one and tie that one off. There. Okay, so now you've got all your little charms on there. So sweet. All right. So I might just go ahead and leave that length. I'll see once I get them all put together. Okay, so now we're going to take these. And I always like to make my fibers or my ribbons, whatever, a little bit longer because I always feel like I really want to make sure that, that that I'm not going to get halfway in the project and they're going to be too short. So I always make my ribbons and stuff a little bit longer than what I actually want. But you're going to put these together and then we're going to tie these right on top. Now this is something else. This little jump ring here, you can get them in different colors, or just use the silver ones, whatever. This one is, I believe, a 1 inch. Yep, it's about a 1 inch. And what we're going to do is we're just going to tie the ribbons on here, or the fibers, I should say, on here. Okay, so pull those through. And then make sure that you've got a nice solid knot on there. As a matter of fact, we're going to do 2. But the fun thing about this project, as I said, is you can do it in so many different ways. Change the background of your phone case, change the colors or whatever you're going to do with your wristlet. You can just change it up, and if you want, you can have a different one for every day of the week if that's what you want to do with it. But I like it because you can switch it out, and it just kind of, I don't know, it's just fun, and it makes me smile. So anything that makes me smile, I'm totally on with. All right. So that looks pretty darn good. All right, so now let's see if we have glue gun here. Make sure. There we go. Okay. So now all we're going to do, and get that up out of the way, is we're going to take our trim here. And as I said, this is Gwen Studio trim. I love, love, love this stuff. It is so pretty. And you're going to start it off with a little bit of glue. And add it right onto your tubing. Okay. And then from here, we're just going to wrap. So you wrap a little, you glue a little. You don't necessarily have to glue each and every turn down. You can skip a couple, as long as you make sure that you get it on there really, really tight, okay? And this part back here, you're not even going to see, because once this is on, it covers all of that. But as I said, if you missed the beginning, when you're using rubber tubing like this, you want to make sure that you have something that your glue is going to adhere to. If not, it's not going to work. Okay, so we're just going to continue wrapping this. And then, as I said, we're going to add a little bit of glue just to hold it in place. Okay. And then we're just going to continue all the way around till you get to your other side. So you can see how quick and easy this goes together. And what I love about this trim is with the rhinestones on it. Well, of course, I love the rhinestones because it's blingy, but I also love it because it lines it right up, so I don't have to worry about it getting crooked. If you worry about things like that, I worry about things like that because I don't like, I don't want to be crooked. But it just lines up so nicely. Piece of cake. Okay, add that last little bit there. There we go. Okay, and then I have my little end right there. And that one I'm going to really put some glue on there to secure that end. There. Now, if you didn't want to mess with fibers or ribbons, this was beautiful just as it is. This would make a really, really pretty bracelet too. Add some charms on there. But yeah, so you just cover up that tubing. And then what you're going to do from here, let me grab my phone so I can show you exactly how this works. Move this out of the way here. And I've got my other case that I did from last week. So what you're going to do from here is the very bottom of your cell phone has this, or the case has this opening on it. This is for your speaker or your microphone or some, I don't know, whatever it is. So, but there's holes in the bottom of it. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to take this and slide it right in there just like that. Okay. So now you've got it in there. And then the last thing that you're going to do is take this, pull it apart here. There we go. And add your other pretty little wristlet on there. And then we're going to close this. And then, of course, you take your phone, plop your phone back in. There you go. And then you have this really, really cute little wristlet. Isn't that fun? And so very, very easy to make. So very easy to make. But it just, it's just something fun to do. And, sparkly. So anything that's colorful and sparkly, I love it. And on top of that, it's super, super easy. So some good tubing, some pretty trim, some fiber, some charms, and you can make a really, really pretty wristlet for your phone. All right. That was quick, wasn't it?
That was, but it was cute. Christine is wondering if the tubing comes in a circle like that.
No, it does not. It comes in a long, long tube, and then you can either get connectors that will connect it, or you can just glue it. Because once you glue it like that, you glue the two ends together. You cut it to the size that you want. You glue the two ends together, and then once you wrap your ribbon and of course your trim, once you wrap it on there, then that's going to keep it together. So you won't have to worry about messing with it.
Perfect.
But yeah, it's just super easy, and you can probably buy this tubing in a home department store too, or like a Home Depot, or
Yep.
something. Yeah, something like that. And as far as size wise, this tubing does come in different sizes, so it just depends on what you decide that you want to get. So either way, you're good.
How thick you want it. Yep.
I just
Laura
love
Lee,
that.
we're so happy you're feeling better and that you're back. Sorry you got sick. I hope the retreat was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I have a couple things.
Yeah.
Isabel said, I'm finding that a lot of shops selling craft materials seem to be going to kits now rather than individual products. That's true. I mean,
It is.
It's
frustrating too.
We got to keep asking the shops to carry what we want, especially independents, because it's hard.
Yeah, because in our business, I mean, we can do kits, but where's the creativity in it? You know what I mean? Because you're just basically putting together whatever is in the kit. And to me, that's not crafting.
Well,
that's not being creative.
If you get a kit for a class you're taking, that's different because you're learning while you're doing it. But yeah, just kits, they're just I want the color I want.
Yep. Yeah.
The ribbons I want. Becca said, going through Hobby Lobby, she's mad that they stopped carrying dies. I know.
They have, as far as paper art, it's like, so, I mean, you guys make fun, well, Ann teases me about Amazon all the time, right? Because I love Amazon. But Amazon has what I'm looking for, and my craft stores don't.
No,
like I said, with Michaels, I love Michaels. I have always loved Michaels. But it's going more towards stuff that's already put together, like home decor, stuff that you can just add to your house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says craft and hobby. So for me, it should be craft and hobby stuff. But,
Laura Lee, I'm so glad you got to go to the retreat. And I'm so glad you met Amanda in person. She is a treasure. She is just so adorable and precious. And I was going to go for a split second to that one. Amanda had asked if I wanted to come check it out, but the timing wasn't right. So hopefully.
Yeah, I saw Laura Lee, one of your pictures came up on my feed, and I saw you creating something. So I knew you were at a retreat somewhere. I was like, yeah, good for you.
I know. And Isabel, yes, retreats are so good. I'm glad you get to go twice a year over in Scotland. It's nice. I love in person, but until we do that, I love what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's like ephemera. It's a way to have I have way too many stamps to use a lot of ephemera. I do have some, but not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because see, and that is a stamper, Becca. That is a stamper's frame of mind because you're thinking, before dyes became so popular and stuff. My embellishments were always stamped. Whatever I was working on or creating, I did it with my stamps.
And she did fussy cutting.
And I did the fussy cutting and that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, I didn't buy a lot of the good stuff, whatever it's called. I can never pronounce it properly. So, but you know what I'm talking about. The ephemera. There we go.
I'm good. No, we don't know what you're talking about.
That stuff. Yeah. I mean, because I would go to the store and I would see stickers too. When they had all of the stickers and stuff that were so crazy when we went through all of that phase in the business. And
they're coming back. Stickers are coming back.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. So it's crazy though, because I would go in the store and I would see them up there and I'd be like, well, why am I going to pay that much for a sticker when I can go home and stamp it? Stamp something, so yes, Becca, it is the rubber stamper's frame of mind.
Helen, you have hobby craft stores over in the UK. Yes, you do.
Yeah. And Hobby Lobby is great. It's a great store. But again, it's got a lot of stuff that's just, already made.
Well, right. And okay, so
at least mine does.
I miss Joann's because I'm a fabric girl.
Yep.
And I sew and I do all the things. And even though I have a ton of fabric, so I'm in the midst of creating something for the grandkids for Christmas. And as I'm going through all my fabric and finding out the kids' favorite colors have changed, of course.
Oh, of course.
Because I'm like, I know all their favorite colors because I have them written down. So then I'm confirming, and of course they've changed. So it's like, okay, fine.
Yep.
And I can't buy fabric. So
oh yeah.
Michael's bought the fabric division of Joann's. But my Michael's, that's an hour away, has 2 aisles. Well, that's not. I want fabric. I want to look.
Right.
So shopping online for fabric isn't as fun.
It's not as satisfying.
I like to touch it.
To feel it. Yep.
And I will have to buy some of it online, but I did find in researching,
there we go,
because I want a variety, because what I'm making is scrappy. Marshall's dry goods. I had heard about them in recent years because people are like, where are you buying your fabric now? And if you sew or you're looking for fabric, Marshall's dry goods, you can buy.
Never even heard of that.
By the yard, and you can buy bulk. So the bulk,
that would be dangerous for you.
You can buy like one color, all these different patterns, and the patterns are assorted. So yes, I did purchase.
Yeah.
It was so inexpensive, I mean, it was good. So I'll get my first box maybe tomorrow. But
yeah,
I love fabric. We have an amazing physical shop, Stampers Grove.
Oh, see, I miss the Stampers.
They're online and run in-person workshop. With designers from Paper Artsy and Lavinia Stamps. That is so nice. I do
too.
Miss that. I miss going and teaching.
Me too. I mean, I have taught at a variety of different, craft stores through the years, rubber stamp stores especially. And then they just kind of all went,
Scrapbooking came in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It did kind of blow everything up.
Yeah, but I don't know. The paper, I mean, it came.
Everything comes back.
They adapted.
Oh, yeah. Everything comes back.
I'm hoping, because trying to find like the stuff which is the reason why I'm like so addicted to this resin stuff now, is because I can't get what I want in the stores anymore. So, and that
it isn't just craft supplies, it's everything.
Yeah.
But I'm a lot of the stores are selling direct to consumer now, so it's not like they're missing out either. So like you said, Stampers Grove, they have an online shop. That helps tremendously.
Oh yeah, you got to support the small local businesses as much as you possibly can. I just don't have any in my area.
Right.
So,
I have nothing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I live in I mean, it's a pretty big city that I live in, but we don't have the small stores anymore. So sad, you guys. So very, very sad.
I forgot to put anything in the comments, but like, share, and comment this video. We know it's not live on Facebook because Facebook is having issues, but we will gather the comments. Use hashtag Bella Crafts to enter for next week's giveaway. Lisa is going to announce last week's giveaway. I didn't see her in here.
No, I didn't either.
She's usually on Facebook, so it's like, oh.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get a hold of her. Am I announcing it now, or you want to do it at yours? Oh, you're doing a video. That's right.
You're announcing it now.
She told me that before we came on. I've lost my mind.
Oh, okay. Isabel, yay. Stampers Grove also stock my Stencil Girl stencil.
Oh, how cool is that?
I love that. When I had my inks with Clear Snap, one of the girls that was on my design team was from France, and she took pictures because all my inks were in.
Yes. I used to love going in and seeing them. I didn't buy them because Clear Snap gave them all, or Anne gave them all to me. Either Clear Snap or Anne. I had all of them. But yeah, I would get so excited because I'd be like, yeah, I know her. She's my business partner. Too funny. All right, you guys. So the winner from last week, drum roll, is Dorothy Green. And Dorothy's not in here, which she normally is, but I know she might be subbing because I know
she's doing that a lot.
She's doing a lot of subbing lately. So I will get a hold of you, Dorothy, if you're watching a replay. I need your home address. I know I have it somewhere, but it would make it so much easier if you could just message me with it.
It would.
I don't have to look.
And then you guys know that, or those that have been watching the last couple of weeks, I have a recap meeting at my normal time, 2:00 for NAMTA. And so I'm posting a video. I have to figure out how I'm going to do it because I'll have to post it separately on Facebook and YouTube. But I'll have it up hopefully. Well, I will hopefully have it up by 2:00. And it is with Maddie. She is the daughter of the owner of Jasmine Night. This is their product.
Ooh.
And it is so cool here. Oh, well, I don't want to open it because I'm going to open it on the video because I'm going to share it. But this is a water-based eco resin. And in 20 minutes, like you mix it, you pour it in a mold, and in 20 minutes, this is what.
Wow.
Okay, so it's hard. It's like, it reminds me of a cast cement pour.
Yeah.
But it's
mold. Yeah.
It's so smooth. And okay, so she took it out of the mold and gave this to me. And when I got home, I just highlighted it with some of my iridescence.
Yes.
And it just makes all those lines pop. But this is, I want to.
So it's.
See, it's hard.
Yeah, it's not an air dry clay, or.
It is a resin.
It's a resin.
And
you don't heat set it.
Nope. Nope. It comes in 2 parts.
Wow.
2 parts.
Okay.
You mix them together to activate it, and you pour it into a mold, and you let it sit.
Oh, and that's it?
Yeah. Yeah. And Maddie is so cute. I told her.
That's simple.
I thought she was. I knew she was young, and I was thinking of like when Callie would come to the shows with me and demo.
Mhm.
But then she was talking about college. So she's got to be in her early 20s. And I told her, I don't remember people's names. I don't. I mean, I'll know your face. And I said, I will remember your name because she was just so adorable. And she was so good. And so I'm going to do, it was a 2-part video because she did this. And then we had to let it sit 20 minutes.
Right.
And she actually came and found me on the floor. She said, oh, can we do the other part of the video? Because she had to leave. So I went back to the booth and we did it because it can sit, it needs to set 20 minutes, but it can sit way longer too.
Wow.
You know? And they were so busy, and I had come by a couple times and they were busy, and I didn't want to say, okay, stop everything so I can finish filming. So she found me, and that was cute. But yeah, just
I love that.
Awesome product.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to be playing with that, I think.
Yes. So I am going to get that uploaded, and I'll put it on both YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah. Did the Facebook event even show up on Facebook this morning? I didn't even see that where I did it.
I don't know. I went in.
Facebook hates me for.
I went in and put the YouTube link in Facebook so people could find us, but I'm not sure. So
that's so irritating.
Thank you all for joining us. We will be back. Well, I'll have a video at 2:00, but we will be back next week, right?
Yep.
She's leaving at some point, so I'm like, are you?
Yeah, the following week I'm leaving. Yeah.
So we'll be back with 2 more.
Yes.
Lives. Yes. Facebook is a pain right now. I agree, Helen. I mean, they're just doing some weird things.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I think in the last 14 months, they have done some things that just make me So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for, moving forward and trying out new stuff, but when you make it to where you can't even do something simple like post a video.
I know.
Whatever.
All the platforms want you to stay on their platforms and not have anything, which it's hard if they don't offer everything you need.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And there's no reason why they can't do cross promoting. I'm sorry.
Because if we go live right from Facebook, which we had done a long time, but you can't do it in a group. You can't, there's so many rules. So it's,
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why we switched to StreamYard. And we know that it's not our streaming service because they are amazing. Absolutely amazing. If you guys ever want to do any type of streaming, StreamYard is the best out there. And Ann and I have tried many through the years. Many. Yeah. So there you go.
Well, thank you all for being here. And remember to take some time to craft.
Yes, because it's good for your soul.
Okay.
It really is.
And
all right, guys, we'll see you next
week.
Have
a wonderful evening.
Yes.
Or day.
Day, evening, week, the whole thing. We'll see you next week, guys.